hello there, sinners. How are we all doing? Once again, the end of the week is in sight. And much like the end of the week, I have returned to bless your screens yet again. God, that sounds so narcissistic. But in all seriousness, it's good to be back. It's good to see you all again. I hope you've all had a good week. And I do hope it's been a fun week for you. Whether you've been work or anything else, I hope it's been a good one. Genuinely, because mine's actually been okay as well, to be fair. A little up and down, but you know, it's work, the joys. Today, I didn't have to go in. It was great. Because the fucking bus didn't turn up. Great. So, I didn't have to go in. I'd still work, but just not in person. It's great. It's great because it means I don't have to be quite as bored. Because at the minute, I'll be honest, it's so fucking boring. Like, holy shit, it's so boring at the moment. Like, I'm not getting into much detail. The day job is just me looking for work because at the minute there's not much. Which is a good thing in my industry, but at the same time, holy shit. Holy shit, it's so boring. So, you know. But anyway, enough about the day job. It bores me to talk about it anyway. Besides, you haven't come to hear me bitch about my day job anyway. I guess you've come for yapping, which means this is me yapping, so, I mean, hey, it works. But, you know, that aside, let's see. This week's been a bit all over the place, hasn't it? I mean, we've had some little announcements for stuff, and then just shit's been happening, like, oh god. And for once, it isn't entirely the VTuber community. Which is nice to know we aren't always doing drama. As much as we are almost always doing it. But, you know. Ooh, I realised my light wasn't on. Not that I really need the extra light, because it's bright fucking sunshine out there for once. I know, in my neck of the woods, sunny. You wouldn't have thought it. But it's a bit toasty, so let me get a little comfier. I know. A bit riskier, I know. But we're going to get a smidge comfier, chap. We are. Just a little bit comfier, because it do be warm. In fact, my window is open. It's fine, my window is open. But yeah, so this week, let's see, we've had Helldivers 2 finally do something other than lose players. Thank fuck for that. Like, seriously, if I ever say one of the biggest tragedies of this year, it's how Sony managed to really destroy, if not successfully destroy, one of the best things that's ever come out of a studio they've owned. I'm just going to say it now. But, you know, they almost destroyed it. Which is, you know, a bit shit. But, no. You gotta love them for that. Not. But yeah, they're actually producing a thing. You know, I feel like I'll keep the scarf on, actually. I feel like I would have to ask you folks what colours my eyes are. Not that it really covers that much, but covers some of me. But yeah, the escalation of freedom. Good old bit of freedom and democracy. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. But also, fuck, I didn't miss the tentacle fucker. I did not miss old tentacles a lot over there. Like, seriously. I don't know about any of you guys, but fuck me. I did not miss that guy. Running about, firing his tentacles like at long fucking ranges. Like, seriously, what the fuck? But hey, you know, he's back. We have some enemy variety. I think, was there also the juiced up brood commanders? Because I love brood commanders, guys. I really love them. God, yeah, I really love them. So delightful. But hey, again, enemy variety. And then the worst of the worst, probably. The smoke chargers. It's a regular charger, but it sprays smoke. I hate it. It's probably immune to lock-ons as well, which is really annoying. So you can't even hit it at long range. Unless you, like, can pick it out and smoke. Then, the bots are doing a thing. Rocket tanks. More jump troops. And, what was the other thing? I forget now. That was another thing. I will remember it at some point. But yeah. There's definitely something else. But the rocket tanks are bad enough. Mobile artillery, because they need more of that shit. And another tank that can probably instant kill you. You hate to see it. You really do hate to see it. Posture myself better. There we go. Right, now I'm thoroughly through my lozenge. Yes, I'm going to have a lozenge just to soothe the throat a bit. Seriously. My voice has not been great recently, so I'm trying to take care of it a bit better. You know, sometimes you gotta give it a little extra TLC. Just a little extra, you know. But probably the next big thing that happened this week, if we go back to the Vtuber community, we're great over here. Wasn't there, I forget now, there was the fella who didn't like bigger VTubers, that's it. 500 or more, he doesn't fuck with you. But bear in mind, he, you know, botted, by the way. You know, he bitched about numbers and then he bots. So, fuck that guy. I think it's safe to say. Not just because it's Twitch terms of service, but also, like, what kind of, like, lack of anything do you have to bot? I get it, right? There are days where you just think, God, I would love to have some kind of, like, anything. But botting's just... It's like, yeah, congratulations, you botted. Now what? Well, now you've been banned, so it was all for nothing. Or, you still don't get any recognition because bots aren't giving you money, or much of anything. Like, the numbers look great on a piece of paper, but, like, anyone in just 5 minutes of checking will know. Like, seriously. Come on. Honestly. But, you know, the guy was an idiot and outed himself. Didn't help he decided to go and upset Mother V3, which, you know, why would you do that? I mean, come on. Like, Mother's real nice, as far as I can tell. That's what everyone says, and I've seen some of her stuff. She's a nice enough person, as far as I can tell, so... A wonderful example, eh? A wonderful example of our dearest member of the community. Yeah. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? And, well, I'm sure he's going to go and, well, he's recalled into the background of Twitter, so I'm sure we won't hear from him again until we do, inevitably. Speaking of things that should really just go away, I assume... I will talk about things that aren't just, like, shit that's happened this week, but I could not help but mention fucking the whole Boogie thing. If you don't know who Boogie is, don't bother looking him up. Don't give him attention. He's a sad, sad piece of shit that honestly doesn't need it. What he needs is to actually get his life together and stop, like, making things worse for himself and others around him. How to put this? If you don't know who he is, think of, like, an absolute train wreck of a human being, and you've got a pretty good idea. You don't need to look him up, honestly, if you don't know. If you don't know, you're blessed. If you do know, you understand why. It's all just... yeah, no. It's a whole thing. But he's had liar tattooed to his face, which, I mean, you know... appropriate, I suppose. He is just doing it for a pissy party, of course. But, you know... anyone who's willing to fake cancer is not a good egg in my books, so, you know. I don't often like to talk negative about random creators online, but he's I think he's an exception I'll allow myself. You know. But anyway, Jess, enough about that crap. I'm not giving any more fucking attention. Bloody... I should have given none, really. But... I ain't nobody, so it's fine. The big old thing is obviously a bit of a return to norm for us in a way. Obviously, the Sermons of Yap will be the running title. I don't know if I'll have the exact same name, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, right? After that, of course, is more Total War. Now, I have been thinking of potential other things we can start throwing in. Obviously, Helldivers is getting a whole thing. That could be fun. That's next month, so that could be fun. I hope you agree. Might see if I can get a collab for that one, possibly, you know? See if I can invite some of the fellas. We'll see, right? But that should be nice. The other thing I'd like to do, I've been thinking, is try and get some painting streams on the go. I'm going to do a bit of testing. I've got a little bit more time again. Actually, I should mention to you, this coming week, I'm working from home for most of this coming week. Well, we'll see about Friday. Most likely not, but you never know, right? The bus might fuck me over again, so it might not. So we'll see. We'll see. But next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I will be at home. So I can do a little bit of experimenting. So if I get something I like ready, then the following week I will fit in a painting stream. Maybe that Thursday, honestly. As our, like, chill stream where I just paint for a few hours and just chat. Also, you know, I'll have to make sure it only shows my hands if I can help it. If I can help it anyway. I need to get, like, a glove or something that looks like my metallic hand. Just, like, make it very, you know, on brand. We'll see. But either way, we're gonna get a nice bit of painting going, I think, if I can get it working, which I think I can. I just have to aim my current webcam I used to use for VTubing downwards, and then just make sure I've got a good area to paint. And I've got plenty of miniatures I can paint, so honestly I just need to find which ones I feel in the mood to paint. I'm probably going to keep it to painting rather than assembly, because sometimes I get a bit frustrated at assembly. And I'd rather no one see me fumble at assembling something. Painting, however, you can watch me do that, that's fine. I'm cool with that. But that's a few things. We'll see. I was going to do D&D this week, and then one of the fellas had to, well, informed me that he won't be available, so won't be happening this week. So I can have more time to plan, which is nice. I do like that. Let me see what's the date on the following week, because oh, might be another gap again, because August the 3rd was the tentative date for Lancer. I'll find out if that's actually happening, but I mean, hey, that's something. That'll be a little bit more, shall we say, in the evening, UK time. So for some of you that might be better, for others of you less so. I believe 5 o'clock UK time, which, let's see, 5 PM UK time, so obviously the US is a big old place, so it'll vary a little bit, but I believe that would be about midday, about 12 in Washington, so do we have some nice little conversions? It's like Washington, is it 7 hours behind? Yeah, it's like give or take 7 hours, isn't it? I think. Something like that. Obviously depends where you are in America, of course. It might be a bit closer to you, might be a bit sooner. Again, the times and all of that will be very publicly available to you once I know them. So if they are happening that time, I will make certain to have you all informed of it. I don't know if my schedule will fit it very nicely on my little graphic I use, but which reminds me, actually, I need to check. I don't think I have had anything yet, but I believe they are in WHIP. So yes, they're in WHIP. So we'll see. They should hopefully have a new one soon as well. But still waiting on details for that. So do bear with me on that one. Now then, all being said, obviously Lancer will be on Onyx's channel, not mine. You should see him in my recommended people below, but again, I will make sure you're all fully aware of where I'm a guest at. So that will all be in place. Don't you worry. If you're in the Discord, of course, you will know first. The Discord gets priority, then everywhere else. But don't worry, it's completely free to join, and you do not have to be a sub or anything like that, or any kind of paid anything to have access to the server in general, really. I don't lock off anything, currently, anyway. I don't really have a plan to anytime soon. Maybe I'll make a chat for people who subbed, if that's what's wanted, but at this time, you'll access the whole server that's available. So, the Cobral Monastery is open to everyone. Yes, it is the monastery, not the manor. We converted. I should think everything now is converted beyond the schedule, of course. That's it. That's the only thing I need doing. And then...
Am I alive yet?
I need to stop yawning, fuck. I need to stop yawning, holy shit. But yeah, beyond that, it's all rebranded. It is. But yeah. I'm glad we're so close to the end of the week, though. Holy fuck. It is... It's been a long, long old week. It feels like, anyway. Yeah, so, other things... Obviously, I've made all my thumbnails now, so with new thumbnails that I've made, I've done all the YouTube faces, though. You know, all those good shit. I've done all that good stuff because, you know, you have to, right? You kinda have to get them, you know, all the fancy shit. Plus, it's what everyone does. And it works. I'd like to think it works anyway. You guys like seeing the VTuber pull the funny face every so often, you know? Also, the whole me having them a scarf off was more of a casual. It was not just to deliberately be in less dress. But, you know, we'll take it back off because God, it is stuffy in here. It is so stuffy. Holy shit. But, you know. I need to stop saying that, Jesus Christ. What else have we had this week? Let me think. We had a few little things this week, haven't we? Obviously, last week was it last week? Was the debut last week? I forget. I think it might have been. Yeah, it was. Fuck. Christ. Yeah, that was a whole shabam. But the debut, all this stuff, all feels like it was ages ago, but it was only a week ago. God, that feels strange. It feels strange to say that. Still, but you know, not long now as well till the anniversary, which is a whole thing. I'm glad all this was done beforehand. I mean, I was originally planning to hope to have all this in place for then, so do a big old anniversary stream, but that's fine. Not required. If anything, the anniversary stream, I intend to come up with some new goals for the year. Some new goals, some new, like, things I want for myself, right? Achievable goals that I can do, and maybe some to push myself, you know? But we'll talk about that more on the day. But I'm going to try and make them things I can actually do or feel doable. Because, frankly, I don't want some kind of, like, you know, mess of a thing where I can't do. Because that would be rather disappointing for myself and everyone else involved. And no one wants that, really, do they? You want nice, fun goals we can achieve. That's what I'd say, anyway. The nice, achievable stuff. Oh, God. Why is it so warm today? Holy. It is far too warm today. Like, Christ on the bike. And this is in the ever so sunny UK. We don't do sunny round these parts. There we go. Realised I hadn't posted my link somewhere on Go Live, which is very silly of me to have done. Very professional, aren't I? I am the most professional sinners, I assure you. I assure you. Oh. So, I've been thinking as well. I've got a lot of ideas, but I need to, like... I don't know if I should, like, dedicate a part of the server, even if it's just me who sees it, to just, like, an ideas board. It's like, what's in progress, what's realistically being done right now? Rather than you know, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this." Like, are you doing it though, Baronzar? Are you doing it? The answer is kinda. Sometimes no, but kinda. I don't know if I'll be ramping up any video production at all as well. I've seen different sort of frames of thought, right? There's someone I watched recently. I forget who she is because I have a scatterbrain. Who? I need to stop yawning. Holy fuck. Who's that VTuber I was watching earlier? They're an alpaca. There's their whole thing. I don't remember, but they're doing a lot of non-edited. Cozy, that's it. Okay. Yeah. Watching a lot of her stuff recently, and it's been interesting to look at, like, just, and there's someone else who's on the spectrum like myself, which is a nice bit of inspiration, I must admit. And they've got a channel that's just dedicated to low edit, like basically no editing, just talking, you know, for 20-30 minutes at a time. And honestly, I kind of, in a way, like that. You know, they sit down, they record, and they upload a little yapping video. I honestly have been tempted. Whether that'll be a thing on the main channel, or whether I'll make a side channel for that, I don't know. That would mean I have 3 channels, however, the VODs channel kind of just exists. I don't have to do anything with it. It's just, hey, did you upload on Twitch today? Yes. Export. Done. That's it. Problem solved. Happy days. Move on. But main channel, I like to do edited stuff. I wouldn't say I'm an editing master of any kind. I'm not. I'm really, really not. But I'm getting there. Getting better, I think. Using a mix of stuff, right? I have my grievances using DaVinci Resolve, but we'll see. I might just be not getting it because I'm not used to it yet. Vegas Pro, I'm used to, kinda. I'm comfortable enough using it, but I need to experiment more and learn what I can do with it. I'm sure there's a lot more I can do with it, but maybe the version I've got just doesn't do certain things well. I know it can't chroma key, the version I've got, so I've got the cheaper of the free packages. DaVinci Resolve can help with that. So if I need to chroma key a scene, I can do it there and throw it in. That's kind of what I want to use DaVinci for, is just shit that requires a bit of finagling that I can't do on Vegas. I think, at least currently. Whether I choose to upgrade, because it's discounted if you already own it, but I don't know. I need to stop itching my nose. Fuck. The itch. The unbearable itch. Oh. It's not as bad as it used to be, I guess. At least my voice doesn't feel nearly as cooked. Like, fuck, my voice felt cooked before. Felt so cooked. But I'm roasting alive here. Yeah, so also, oh yeah, so obviously with the sort of let's say I have a bit of an idea of a slightly more yappy channel where I just I just talk, right? But then I kind of do that in the stream, but then I don't know, it's not the same. If I kind of focus it on a topic, and it just be like, I have this on my mind, I want to talk about it now, and just do that. I don't know if that sounds interesting or not. I don't know. I might. I might give it a trial run on the main channel, and if I like it, I'll make another channel for it, so it doesn't become the main thing. So, you know. Plus, I think it'd be nice to get different kinds of VTuber content out there. I really agree with the people who say we need to mix it up a bit, because I think it needs to adapt. We need to, like, especially in the indie space, like, we don't have to do what the corporates do. That's what they're for, right? And even they're starting to learn from indies in many respects. So, I say, why don't we just, I don't know, reach higher? Excuse me. Why don't we just reach higher? Why don't we just expand a bit in a direction the corporates can't do? Because they're idols. And that's fine. There's nothing against that at all. Nothing against them at all. Right? That's their thing, and they've got that nailed down well. Power to them. They've got that. So instead, why don't we focus on things that they don't do? Because they can't. Or won't because the company won't let them. Or won't be good for the company's brand, more so. Even the company will let them, it might not be just like a thing for their brand. So, I think there's a lot of stuff we can do. But, you know. I checked for a second. I was worried I had sub only chat turned on. I don't think I do. I was worried there. But I did. God, I don't have a situation like a follower only thing that I just won for ages. That was a whole thing. Right. But yeah, so that's something I want to do, I think. So, I might, at some point, record something, just as an experiment, just to see how I feel about it, right? So, in one sense, it's not the most high-effort content, but it's like, I have a thing in my mind, I want to get it out there. And I want to kind of express myself. That's more what it's for. Like a lot of my content, my edited content in particular, I like to have utility to my stuff. Because I feel like I might as well make something useful while I'm at it. So, let's say the retellings, right? All of those have a utility. I've discussed this before, but they have a utility for my players and for me. If I mention something in like my settings lore, like my D&D campaign that is, I can then go, okay, here's the gist. And, you know, I can come back to it later and go, right, that's what I said. My players can do the same. They have all that doing for them. For those, I like to edit them at minimum with subtitles. Because it helps people, like, you know what's being said in case I say something wrong. Or fumble my words and forget to edit that bit out. Also, it's good for any of you who aren't my players, but want to keep up with what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's perfect, because the subtitle system isn't perfect, and occasionally I miss something. Which, you know, I need to get better at, like, doing these in a timely manner, so I have, like, more time to do them. Time is my enemy, chat. My dear sinners, time is my enemy, and God, is it a bitch to fight. Sorry, just stretching my neck there. Getting right stiff. So, that's the whole thing. But anyway, that's the whole malarkey. I worry I talk about behind the scenes stuff way too often, but it's like, I like to think it's appreciated that, you know, I want to be transparent. I want to make sure you guys know what I'm doing. It also means if any of you go, hey, you maybe try doing this instead, you have the opportunity. And look, if you have a genuinely good idea, go for it. I might incorporate it, genuinely. I'm not above criticism. I'm not above reproach. Some people who do this, obviously, like, there's a limit, right? I don't want people backseating me. But at the same time, if I'm like, hey, I'm open to suggestions on this thing, and you give me suggestions on that thing, that's great. I might use them. Genuinely. I like to incorporate feedback. Because if it makes it more enjoyable for you, well then great. I've done my job, haven't I? And if I'm having fun with it, perfect. That's the thing. That's the triumvirate. Right, I'm having fun, you're having fun, and we're both here doing this. You, the viewer, or me, the streamer. It's that lovely little triangle of good thing. That's the plan anyway. Doesn't always work out. Does not always work out. But, you know. You win some, you lose some, right? Besides, sometimes shit happens on a day. For all I know, today's someone's like big birthday and everyone's over there. Which, hey, that's fine. Live content has its thing. What I will say is I'm quite pleasantly surprised at the growth of the VOD channel. It's at double digits, which is incredible. So I love that. And the main channel is almost at 10 subs, which I think is a bit of a win. Because I never expected it to grow anywhere, so, hey. You never know. Maybe we go more YouTube heavy. I still like Twitch for what it is, right? And I like the community we've built here. I also like that I've gotten somewhere here. I've got affiliate, I've, you know, got the emotes, I've got the stuff. YouTube, I don't have that, so I kind of want to wait a bit before I start doing anything on YouTube streaming-wise, because, like, I don't want an inferior experience for you guys. Because you wouldn't have the emotes and that kind of thing. Now, I don't know how good it is in comparison to Twitch. I did a bit of dual streaming once, and it was not great. It was not great at all. Some people... Yeah, hell, oh, sorry. Yeah, some people I know, like Tiger. I'm sure you've seen Tiger. I've raided them before, and I've actually collabed with them before. They're a lovely person, and they stream to everywhere. It's crazy. Even Facebook. Imagine that. Facebook gaming's still a thing, would you believe? Honestly, I'm impressed. And you can stream to X now, of all things. I should really stream these to X as well. I do have a decent little X following, or Twitter following. Oh god, I called it X. Oh no. I'm cooked. It's Jova. It's so Jova, chat. For little old me. I'm calling it X. It's terrible. Why right now has it decided to like increase in temperature tenfold? I have to ask. It's horrifying. It do be absolutely horrifying to me. But hey, I guess sun is sun, and we at least get a little bit of it now. It is what it is. Right. Let me just dip my water a smidge, because first is real. It do be. Then again, when you follow me on Twitter, you'll know if this is definitely fucking real. A lot of foot. There again, it's Twitter. Twitter be a thirsty place. Everyone there's a thirsty bitch, including me. Everyone's a real feisty bitch. We all be that feist. God, I'm going scatterbrain today. Gotta love it. I feel like I'm missing something. Something else happened this week. It's going to annoy me until I realize what it is. Well, I mean, there is something that did happen recently, but I'm not going into that because that's politics, and I ain't touching that with a fucking barge pole. You can go to someone else for that one. Hopefully not some lunatic, though, that, you know, celebrates that kind of, like, horrible thing happening to people. Anyway, I ain't getting into that shit. That's a minefield. That's a minefield that many bigger people than me have fell on face first and lived to regret it. I am not going to do that. Honestly, if there's one thing I will always say to people getting into this kind of thing, just leave politics at the door. You will thank me later when you don't have, like, one side of the aisle trying to rip you new arsehole. Just don't bother. Don't engage in it. Don't be part of it. Have your own personal beliefs. Just separate them from, like, your persona. You'll thank me later. Trust me. You will. Because they all sort of fall off after a bit. Like, hard. Because it's just a very divisive topic, and I think after a certain point people are sick of being told to be angry and just go, we want to have fun now. As is their right. As is their right. Anyway, moving on swiftly from that, because I ain't not touching that shit at all. The Space Marine 2 leak happened, didn't it? I remember that one. That was a whole thing. Space Marine 2 leak was interesting. I think it was the first mission in particular got leaked. Where, well, it shows a member of the Death Watch, potentially Tychus, with a black shield. I think he's using good old Mark 8 armor as well. Yes, Mark 8 existed. It's very rare, but it existed. As much as Games Workshop is trying to bury Mark 7 and 8, you know, the ones that actually fit the setting. Because I'll always attest, Mark 10 looks very close to Mark 4, right? Mark 4 comes from an enlightened age of technological innovation. And, I mean, we're kind of in that phase of 40k again, but at the same time, we're really not. We're really not. Like, we're in such a dire point as well in the setting. You'd think maybe... I don't know. You'd think perhaps they might try and reflect that still. It feels kind of wrong to just, like, make it all like out like a sunshine and rainbows. I'm not saying the armor alone does that, but it also looks less characterful. It does. It looks less characterful to me. Just, I don't know, you lose that, like, aggression, right? You lose that aggression, you lose that kind of thing that makes it what it is. From the Space Marines, at least. The other factions haven't had that yet. You'll know when things get bad when they just remove the Dark Eldar. Honestly, they might as well have at this point. They barely support them. Then again, they barely support any Xenos. You'd think at least the Space Marine players would want something to fight against. That isn't other Space Marines, because that is literally half a tournament. That sounds very boring. At least with Horus Heresy, there's a difference. That's the thing. If you're going to have so many Space Marines, at this rate, just go full Horus Heresy and give them all unique units. At least make them feel different. Right? If you're going to go that route, it amazes me they don't push Horus Heresy more, because it's just like, hey, you want more Marines? More Firstborn Marines? Versus Marines and Primarchs? I mean, of how often they're coming back these days, it's not far off the bloody Horus Heresy. One Primarch short of the full pantheon of Chaos God champions, and then it's just the... How many are left? The Chaos aren't back. Obviously Fulgrim, Perturabo, Logar. I think it's just them three. So once Fulgrim's back, it's just them two, and that's all that's alive. Because, you know, it's not like it's not like there's that many left, and well, I don't know, but not they can't come back. The demons. Some of the traitors actually. Well, the Alpha Legion's guys allegedly died. They could pull them back anytime they wanted, by the way. Anytime, any place. Very bullshit reason. Because Alpha Legion. Also, there's too many things about the Alpha Legion that could let them pull them back. I'm going on a 40k rant again, aren't I? Shit. Oh well. Oh well. God forbid I'm passionate about something. Sadly, Night Lord, your Primarch's not coming back. Unless they, like, I don't know, elevate Sevatar to that level. That'd be kind of nice, I suppose. Maybe they'll elevate him to that level. Did he come back? He did in that one story, didn't he? I think. I swear he was, like, frozen for a while. I can't be certain, though. It'd be cool to come back, to be fair. I'd like that. He's like one of the cooler characters in the setting anyway, so that'd be fine with me. Have him like an Abaddon character, right? He's the new version of the Primarch. Like how Abaddon's a new Horus. He basically is. He's got the Talon. He hasn't got the Mace, because he broke that. Snap World Breaker in half, if I recall rightly. But he's got Drachni, so, you know. Was it Drachnian? I forget. It's something like that. Anyway, he's got the big old sword. So, you know, he's got his own look. But then he's also got the Talon of Horus, which, you know, is his kind of like... It is the mark of being War Master, really. I mean, although, they still use the rank. Like, the Imperium do. I didn't realise this, but the rank of War Master is a thing they use still. I'm amazed, honestly. Considering the last... Well, when they named the guy War Master, you know, kinda... let the galaxy set ablaze, you know? But, you know, repeat the mistakes of the past. In fairness, they often give it to mortals, who, you know, might have rejuve, but let's be honest, ain't gonna live as long as the Primarch. Not that the Horus Heresy lasted that long, I think it was 10 years. 10 years of an entire galaxy burning down around them. With several billion deaths, I think. It's only the entire human Imperium setting itself on fire. Nothing much. About half of which are still knocking around, or descendants knocking around, continuing to pillage. You love to see it. It's a shame it feels like 40k is going kind of downhill. That's something I want to rant about. That fucking Inquisitor model. Right. Inquisitor Courtiers, what have you done to my boy? Games Workshop. What have you done to my boy? Why does the Inquisitor look trash now in comparison? Like, no, seriously, why does it look so trash? He just... Nah. He did not look that good at all. He just... God, in comparison, his whole model looks really cool. Like, it's fine cast, right, which means it's terribly made. Like, the model, like, the material's bad. But the model's really detailed. There's his eagle on his shoulder, like his arm. His power armor looks appropriately sized for him. Kind of a little squat, but like a little height increase and he'd be fine. Didn't need much. All they had to do, slightly upsize it, so be about the size of a Sister of Metal. If they want, I mean, I don't think he was augmented, so he's not Space Marine sized, right? But even if they did want to do something like that, could have at least, maybe like firstborn size at least, if they wanted big and bigger. But Sister Battle sized, like Sister Battle character, you know. And keep his level of detail. Have his eagle on his arm. Literally, remake the model. That's all that was wanted. What did you do? Got the intern to fucking make it, didn't you? You must have done, because the detail's all gone. All gone. And it's not like it's an Inquisitor, and it's a named character. The one time Games Workshop decides, no, we'll go simple with this design. All the things. Like, I get that logic on a guardsman or a space marine, like the line troop for the space marine. So, you know, something that's going to be like in large numbers. Simple designs make sense. You want lots of the sprue, you want lots of the mini. Let them be simple, with, you know, space for customization. This is a named character. He should not be in that position. Like, the last Inquisitor we got was like, had like an alien little pet, had like an sanctified Eldar weapon, had the helmet option, and had an alright looking power armor. Right? That's cool. What the fuck do you do to Cotias? And you could, like, the pose, just like, you can barely tell it's his fucking demon hammer. Like, it's a demon hammer. Like, it ain't just a regular old hammer. That thing's a juiced up force weapon. If I recall rightly. I think demon hammer. I forget now. I think they're force weapons. It's been a while. You forgive me, my deluge of 40k lore. And I don't remember what a demon hammer exactly is. I'm going to do a quick Google, because why the fuck not? What is a demon hammer, specifically? Right. It looks like... Ah. Right, okay. So demon hammer is actually... Okay. So, not what I thought was. So there's a Nemesis Demon Hammer is what I was thinking of. The Nemesis Demon Hammer is a force weapon. That uses psychic shit. That's a thought. Darktide. We need more force weapons. Right? We need more force weapons. Genuinely. We do. Like, give us force axes, give us fucking force hammers. I'll give you a fucking Nemesis Demon Hammer if you want, or just a Demon Hammer. So the difference in them and the regular hammer is they're covered in hexagrammic wards. Basically, you've shoved like anti-demon like ritual shit onto the hammer's hilt and handle. So it's got a bit of extra kick versus a demon specifically. The Nemesis one just goes, hey, take the concept of a Nemesis force weapon, which is just a really juiced up force weapon on steroids, then cover it in that hexagrammic shit, then beat the demon to death with it. You love to see it. I've probably gone way over the heads of anyone who doesn't know about the Grey Knights and their weapons, but think Space Marine, but specifically anti-demon, and they look like knights. Like, very knightly looking helmets. The Grey Knights do live up to the knightly title of knight, Oh, fucking hell. I appear to be getting a bit of a headache, which is not the most fun experience. Let me see if I can stave it off with a little bit of liquid refreshment. That's a bit better. We'll see if that's good enough. I'm twisting unnaturally here because of the bloody me reaching for the glass. I swear I can never tell when these ad breaks happen because it feels like that feels like more. I guess it's 3 minutes. Oh, does it split it like in half? Like every half an hour? Ugh, I don't like that. I thought it'd be like 3 minutes every hour. So like at one point in the hour, there's a 3-minute ad. That's what I thought, but clearly not. Which is a bit shit. But, it's fine. I guess. As long as it stops pre-rolls, that's my want and desire. I don't want pre-rolls because pre-rolls are cringe. Pre-rolls are cringe and shit, and I hate them. I hate them with a passion. There we go. Let's just check some on Discord there. Yeah. I think, Jet, I might cut it a little short today. I must admit, I'm feeling a little lightheaded, actually. So my apologies there. I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter than usual. Just as I'm not feeling my usual self. And I don't want to push it. So, thank you everyone for being here for this shorter stream. And again, my apologies for the shorter stream. I will make it up to you tomorrow, I promise. It's Friday, so I can do it longer. And then I might try and stretch out Elden Ring a little bit, we'll see. Depending how hungry I get by the time the end of the stream. But there's no D&D, so I've got more time. But anyway, thank you everyone who's turned up, and just everyone who's watching the VOD. Thank you very much. And VOD watchers, I appreciate you, by the way. Seriously, I appreciate you. If you're watching at this point, know that you are appreciated, and you're very beloved. But yeah, tonight I'm going to rest up a little bit, and ready myself for the continuation of our Total War campaign. I will throw something into the Discord regarding other things we can do on Fridays and Sundays, by the way, because I don't just want to be a Total War streamer. I enjoy Total War, it's an easy thing for me to yap about, but at the same time, I also want for more. So, well, I want for like more variety, right? I want to just do one thing. But anyway, that's been all from me. Again, apologies for the shorter stream, and I'll see you all tomorrow for some Total War. Before I go, I'd like to say a special thank you to the Tipsy Tatter and Reaper4774 for the follow, and very big thank you to Cleo Atty for the shout out. Very kind of you. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. I will see you around. Till then, it's ta for now.